Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading for July 24th to the 30th. This is for Gemini, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional cult across spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity and to get more specific and detailed with your reading. Gemini, I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're just sitting here having iced tea on my couch, rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your readings. Now, Gemini, this is a big week. This is the week that you're probably already feeling, okay? You're probably feeling a lot of big shifts. Everyone's feeling these shifts. I mean, we're just coming out of one of the biggest weeks of the year, all right? So you're feeling shifts. Some of y'all may be feeling a little bit of pressure, especially with a lot that's happening with these retrogrades as well, but a lot of action. You're still having fun. You're still having fun on the side, okay? This is a big week. So what's happening is over the weekend, the sun went into Leo. Sun rules Leo, so it's in its domicile. It's at home in Leo, all right? Shining all that light on you in areas of love, romance, creativity, self-expression, procreation. I love this. I love what's happening, all right? I love Leo season. The other thing that's happening is Venus has gone retrograde in Leo on that same day. So Venus is retrograde until September 3rd. All right. It's going to be retrograde all of August. This is 40 days of Venus being retrograde. Now, I want you to think about this. Venus, the planet of love, the planet of money, relationships, beauty, fashion, creativity, desire, right? Retrograding in a sign of love and relationships and creativity and romance and pleasure and fun and courage. I mean, this is a very big thing, okay? Now, you're probably familiar with Mercury retrograde, especially because Mercury is your ruling planet. Venus retrograde is very different, all right? All retrogrades are the same at Venus. It's matters of the heart. So with retrogrades, it's a time where you do all the re's, right? Reassess, reevaluate, rethink, redesign, reconsider, even rekindle, okay? Even rekindle matters of love, of money, of finances, investments, of matters of the heart, relationships, okay? Especially because it's all, it's codependency we're thinking about right now. It's relationships, and it's how you fit and how you see yourself in these relationships. You have to remember that the sun is it's all about you. It's that independence, right? It's so it's really, it's a self, it's ego, it's your identity, but at the end of the day, authenticity. So being aware of all this, aware of all the things that you desire and what you want in your life moving forward. Remember, we're having this big cycle, okay? We're all entering these new cycles in your life, all right? Now, I'm going to tell you what Venus retrograde means for you. Venus is in Leo in your third house. So, a lot of rethinking. Relationships is just going to be a thing in general for everybody, for you, all right? But there's going to be, especially if you're Gemini rising, there's going to be a lot of reconsidering, rethinking, the way that you communicate, the way, even the way, how you communicate, how you can do it in a way where it's more beneficial to you, how you can have really like more open lines of communication with the people that are important in your life. And there could be a lot of emphasis on siblings, aunts, cousins, even neighbors, as well as reconsidering. Maybe there's some like short distance travel that you do. Maybe you're thinking about not doing that anymore. So if you think about like with doing all the math here with a relationship, maybe it's, maybe you live in Brooklyn like me, all right? And the person you're seeing is on the Upper West Side. That is an hour. I'm not even joking. If it's far, right? So maybe this is a time that you're thinking about, hey, why don't we just move in together? Do you know what I mean? Like that's these Venus retrograde moments. So The other thing with Venus retrograde, like people from the past will come back into your life now. A lot of y'all are feeling it. A lot of y'all are seeing hints of it, but Venus is finally retrograde. It was in shadow for a while, so people from the past could have been sliding into your DMs, or maybe like people from college you haven't seen in a while, or even family members like start liking your posts on Facebook or whatever it is, right? Like there's got to be some moments of this happening, and it can be friends, it can be ex-lovers, it can be family members, it can be co-workers, it can be bosses, but it also can be like soulmates, people, the ones that got away, those sliding door moments, right? So keep that in mind. That is definitely going to be a thing that is going to be happening for the next 40 days, all right? Every Gemini is going to feel it differently. Every Gemini is going to feel it differently in different ways. Everyone's different based on their birth chart, right? So it's also a time where I made a video of things not to do during a Venus retrograde, and I gave some pretty like solid examples, but if you are single, definitely not a time to like commit to a relationship if you meet someone new, because it's usually like in the end there may be changes, right? Even starting a new business, you may want to wait, okay? It's only 40 days. You can do it, Gemini. It's only 40 days. Things will be a lot more optimal, all right, after that, after September 3rd, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Mercury is going retrograde in August, at the end of August, so pretty much that adds like another 2 weeks. So September 10th. So you can still meet people. Y'all can flirt and do your thing, but don't make anything official until after the retrograde periods, okay? Don't say like, let's go steady. Now, like do people say that, going steady? Is that a 50s thing? Anyway, you know what I mean, right? Same thing with a business. Don't if you're launching a business, it might be better to do it a little bit later, okay? Not a good time to do like elective surgery, cosmetic surgery, things like that. It's probably not a really good time to do that. When you think about what's happening afterward, okay? So remember, this is a time where you're reassessing, rethinking about moving forward, reevaluating things. After September 3rd, this is when you have those, like, again, those this revival, the rebirth, right? Reality checks, even like this big renaissance in your life. So there's a lot that's got to be happening this week, all right? Even in August, I mean, this really is, I'm sure you've heard a lot of people say it is truly a summer of love. Hey, we have a new moon in Leo, right, on August 16th. I just want to let you know that right now. Prepare yourself. But it really is all these changes that you want to make, matters of the heart, things that you desire, things that you know that you maybe you've outgrown things, maybe you've gotten bored with things, maybe it's time to move forward in certain directions. Again, a lot of career energy here, but a lot of relationship energy, love energy. But hey, even still, this is a time to reassess. Make a list, okay? I want you to do that, Gemini. You're such a creative person. Geminis are so creative, right? They're just, you are the sign of communication. You are the like natural born influencers, and do you know what I mean? Like, so make a list of the things that you're happy with, things that you want that will bring you joy. I'm such a visual person that it like helps like writing things out for me. Now I'm just going to give you a little short example of a Venus retrograde, what happens during a Venus retrograde. When I say Venus retrograde, it really is a time of breakups, okay? A lot of breakups happen, time of wake-up calls, wake-ups, shake-ups, really rethinking things. Remember, this is happening during the time that we just had those lunar nodes shifting. We're truly entering this new chapter, and remember, half the solar system is retrograde right now. Reevaluating things is a big thing right now. So I want you to think about that Venus retrograde that happened in Leo back in 2015, July to September 2015, okay? Now, I don't know if you watched The Voice, but Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert divorced July 2015 during this Venus retrograde, okay? At the same time, Gwen Stefani and Gavin Rossdale, like August 2015, during the Venus retrograde. Now, what happened after Venus retrograde? Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani. Okay? It was the same year. It was October when they got together. November. It was November when they got together, even out of shadow. So you see how sometimes these breakups are like, you break up, but you meet your true soulmate. And of course, again, this isn't going to happen to every Gemini. I'm just giving you an example because I know there's going to be some comments that are like, what? Like, my husband's going to leave. No. Go with your intuition. Again, you should have been feeling these moments if it does resonate. And again, there's more of a career energy for y'all anyway. So it could be moving into these new places in career, even passion projects that you want to launch. The other thing, remember how I said about businesses? Again, in my Venus retrograde, the things not to do in a shape business. Just a real quick example I'm going to give you is that, I don't know if you remember that retail store, American Apparel, that they went bankrupt in October 2015, right after Venus retrograde. But what happened during a Venus retrograde is when the owner was doing he was signing, what do you call it? It was like a shareholder capital. It was like a capital transaction. Anyway, it was this big investment thing that he signed during a Venus retrograde. So you don't want to do it during a Venus. You don't want to launch anything during a Venus retrograde. Let's just keep it that way, all right? So July 24th, Venus is going to square Uranus. So, hello. That's a big thing. I've mentioned it in my other videos. It's happening a couple times. It's already happened. This is a good square. This is a breakthrough, all right? This is a big old breakthrough. Maybe emotional, but it's a breakthrough, all right? So be very proud of yourself around this time. The 27th, Venus conjuncting Mercury. Pay attention. This is a big day. You're going to be getting messages, whether intuitively, spiritually. You're going to feel just like really good, magnetic. You'll have a lot of clarity. You're going to have some like heart-to-heart moments. Again, this is coming after that breakthrough moment. So it's like a sense of freedom that comes with this. It really is the best day of the week, astrologically. And then the 28th, Mercury, your ruling planet, goes into Virgo. You know you share it with Virgo, by the way. So Mercury in Virgo is its domicile as well. So now we have Mars and Mercury in Virgo. This is big, all right? This is really, really big. There's going to be changes. You're going to be thinking about things in terms of family and children and your home, okay? Maybe even thinking about moving. Maybe renovating, maybe buying real estate, or there could be activity around that. But it's almost like perfectionist level, all right? Remember Virgos, it's so detail oriented, very analytical. It's like you're really, really like, this has to be perfect, right? So keep that in mind. And then, again, I said that many of y'all may be feeling this full moon that we're having on August 1st. We'll obviously talk about that in the monthly forecast. But remember, at this point, half the solar system's retrograde. So really think about the things that you want moving forward. So with that said, Gemini, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you for July 24th to the 30th. Again, this is for Gemini, Sun and Rising. And if you want to read for your Moon, your Venus, if you know your birth chart, you're absolutely welcome to, especially Venus, because it's a big thing right now. It's a big thing. So Gemini, let's go ahead and get started. See what's going on for you now. Gemini. I like I said earlier, I do a traditional occultic cross spread. It really does bring the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Gemini, I love you. You're amazing. If you're new to my channel, I'm a Gemini rising, so I get it. And I have a lot of placements in Gemini in my chart anyway. My brother is a Gemini, so I always like when I do these readings, I'm like, oh gosh, I got to tell him that. Anyway, Gemini, look at this. I just want you to know, Gemini, that the power is in your hands this week, okay? Don't forget that. I'm going to move my mic back so you can't see it. Look at this. Come on. You saw what happened. You see what's happening here, right? I know I go in order, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you. You got your own card. You got the Lovers in your future. So when I talk about relationships, is a big thing for y'all. It's a big thing. You got the Queen of Cups. Love the fact that you got the Queen of Cups. This is really great. It's almost like there's been so much going on for Geminis. You're at this point where just like you probably had this moment where, you know what? I'm just going to have to like really, really trust my instincts. I'm going to have to just accept these things that are happening. And you felt a lot better, okay? It's like you felt a lot better. Queen of Cups, by the way, is Cancer. And, you know, I always say that she is the Princess Diana of Tarot, and Princess Diana was a Cancer, by the way. She is so loving. She was so nurturing. You can see her feet in the water representing emotions, so she's really in touch with her emotions. She's really in touch with her emotions. It really helps, like, fuel that emotional intelligence. She's also very psychic. She's very, like, intuitive. She's really, really in touch. So, but also someone who leads with her heart. And it's come up in your past, so there could have been a moment that's where you just felt like this overwhelming just like love, like, all right, I'm gonna love myself, I'm worthy of all these things that I deserve, and I know that I have to be a lot more intuitive moving forward. And if you haven't, you know, it really also depends on the day that you see this reading. If you haven't yet, do it. That self-love is going to be everything. It's going to make all that difference. All right, now you've got the Knight of Swords in the heart of your spread. Hello, Uhtred, son of Uhtred, right? Bold, courageous. I mean, he's moving into the storm. Nothing can stop him now. But this is, hey, knights, fire, right? Swords, air. So what happens when you put fire and oxygen together? Whoosh, right? You like that sound effect? This, by the way, you know the Knight of Swords is Gemini. So in the heart of your spread, you pulled your card, okay? You pulled into, there's another Gemini, you know, the Lovers. But this is very transformative energy, and this is all up here too. This is all about communication. This is all about decisions. I mean, that's a sword suit, right? Logic, intellect. You're ready. This is a week that you it's almost like the energy that I'm getting is like, when I say you have the power, like you're in charge, your mind is going a million miles a minute, and there's a part of you that's just like, you know what? Screw all the things that happened in the past. I'm just ready to move forward. Be in this new headspace. Just get going, okay? That's what's happening this week, okay? You've got to let something go, though. You got the Eight of Cups in your challenge area. All right, so with the Eight of Cups, and before I even get there, I'm going to point something out here. You see all the butterflies on his armor, all right? So when I say this is transformative energy, like really shifting your mindset, really being in control, really just stepping up now, okay? This is transformative, really like being in, again, moving forward and fast. Now, the Eight of Cups in your challenge area, this is, you can see it's an eclipse happening. It's a big moment, game-changing moment, but it's also very bittersweet. Nothing's wrong with these cups, yet he's found this passion and this power to move forward, to leave this behind, because he knows something's better for him, all right? That's what's happening here. But it came in your challenge area. So this is a week, and again, resonating, in sync, aligning with what's happening astrologically, reassessing everything that's happening, the things that you have to let go, okay? The things that you have to let go, things that are not serving you well. It's a time to reassess, reevaluate matters of the heart, cups, emotions, feelings, relationships, love, even wonderment. Wonderment. I did say that word. Okay, yeah, maybe I do live in the 50s. I don't know, in my head, but you do have to let something go. It came in your challenge area, and it may be really hard for you, but there is a sense of something that you do have to let go. All right, you do have to let go. I think I told you earlier that there was that I was getting more of like a career energy now. the for Geminis, Saturn is in Pisces, okay? That is in your 10th house. So you're taking your career a lot more seriously. You're thinking a lot about career, your job, business, work, those kind of matters. This card is attributed to Saturn in Pisces, okay? So there could be, for a lot of Geminis, it may resonate with career. Again, I'm going to move my... I don't know how that creeped up on me. There could be something that resonates with the career that you have to hit the road, Jack. That was another 50s thing. So keep that in mind, because look, you got the Two of Wands in your crown. All right. So it looks like you want to. It looks like there is y'all are planning this next big move. Okay. This is all about planning. This is all about planning. Two of Wands. Look at him standing at the highest point in the castle. I'm going to show you something here. You see that he's got the world in his hands? Okay? It's almost like you're in this place. This came up in your crown where you are planning your next steps. Some of y'all may be, again, like a little bit like this week questioning it. Not surprising with Venus in retrograde again, and half the solar system retrograde, reassessing things, reevaluating things, rethinking things, reconsidering things. But I'm going to show you something here. You do see that there's one wand in, one wand out, right? You see he has 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You see this wand is bolted to the wall. Wands are lively, they're invigorating. They do not like to be bolted. Wands are your passions, creativity, ideas, but also very work related, enterprise, career, jobs, or whatnot. So there is kind of like, for some of y'all may feel like a tug of war moment, but it's like still, take that time planning. Remember I said make that list. Check it twice, all right? Check it 3 times. No, just do it twice. Just do it twice. You don't have to do it 3 times. But this is saying that some of y'all may feel that this week, a little bit of tug of war, especially with the 8 of Cups in your challenge area. But again, a lot of that will be career related. For a lot of Geminis, you'll feel it toward your passions. Some of y'all feel it. And then some of y'all will feel it with relationships too. Okay? Every Gemini is different. At the end of the day, you got the King of Pentacles in the root of your spread. Okay? So I actually really love this. I 1000% love this. One of the reasons why is because Jupiter is in Taurus. He is Taurus. Okay? You even see this, the bulls in the throne here, right? And so what's happening, I really want you to pay attention to July 24th, all right? That is the day that Venus is going to square Uranus, all right? Venus is a ruling planet for Taurus, and Uranus is currently in Taurus, all right? So you may have this, again, like just this breakthrough moment, okay? But he is the richest king. He's a good provider. He's very pragmatic. He's a protector as well. He's got a lot of wealth, all right? He's rich. He's a rich king, all right? So there's this sense of you moving toward that, all right? You moving toward that. So this planning mode is really good. But remember, with the Knight of Swords in the heart of your spread, your mind is just like... So now, since your mind is going there, bring everything else. Your heart, your spirit, everything. All right. So I really love the fact that you did get the King of Pentacles. He does hold the golden scepter. There's only 2 people in tarot that have that golden scepter. He's one of them. Okay. It creates that abundance. Anything he touches turns to gold. It's like it's like this is what's really fueling you. A lot of y'all are moving into this phase. You may be feeling it. When I say money and wealth, I want you to think of like the Pentacles are earthbound, right? Just like Taurus, an earth sign. So you may feel it in your physical reality as well this week, moving into that wealth in areas of your life, like wealth in family, wealth in, you know, personal identity, and even like wealth at home, wealth in, you know, like, just think of wealth in all areas, in all sense of the word. Okay, but I absolutely love it because it is moving into that area now. In your future, you got the Lovers. All right, so you're good, Gemini. You're good. Again, you pulled another Gemini card. So the Lovers, by the way, this is, you see all that sunlight. Hey, you're good. You see Archangel Raphael, the healer. You have an archangel in your future. I mean, this is really great. All right, so let's call them Adam and Eve. All right, so you see the archangel. He's the one who's blessing these two, right, with love. It's up to them to decide what to do with that love. All right, so it's almost like you have a lot of power now. All right, because at the end of the day, it's also Trinity. You can see he's looking at her, she's looking at the archangel. This is conscious, subconscious, super conscious. If you want to break it down, mind, body, spirit. Okay, this is a lot of just you. Okay, this is Trinity at play here. This is you. All right, you're gonna have to make a choice to move toward the thing that you want, the things that you desire. That's what Venus in retrograde is doing. And you're blessed. I want you to move into it with like all, again, heart and soul, mind, body, spirit, all of that with the decisions that you make this week. Okay, I absolutely love this for you, and I'll even clarify it for you. Gemini, did you testing? You got the Empress. You're good. I don't even, you know what? You're good. Gemini, you're good. You just got the Empress right after the Lovers, right after your card. The Empress, by the way, ruled by Venus. The Empress is a goddess. Not a queen, not a priestess, a goddess. We're talking Aphrodite here. This is like your soul glorified. The Empress is everything. The Empress is everything, okay? This is living life through passion, through pleasure, it's sensuality, sexuality, all of that. Remember, Venus is the ruling planet for Taurus, okay? And you already got the King of Pentacles here. Now, before I even say something that's going to blow your mind, and which truly makes me believe that this is going to be one of the most significant weeks for you. You can see the symbol of Venus in the stone shade part here. You can see the river here, the waterfall. I mean, all that love and life, and you know, there's so much happening in this card. I'm just gonna tell you the key things here, but this is like the birth of new things. So there's, from the choice you make, there's this sense of like pleasure and love and passion and everything, like everything. And there's a maternal quality to the Empress as well, if that resonates with you. But this honestly is everything. This is everything. I want you to spend a lot more time in nature too. Okay, I want you to spend more time in nature, but it's very like visceral, this card. And you know what's really funny is that Mercury moving into Virgo is like really cerebral, and you got the Knight of Swords in the heart of your spirit. I mean, like, I do feel like this alignment of mind, body, spirit, but here's the kicker. Remember how I said the King of Pentacles is the only one of two people that have the golden scepter. Gemini, you're good. You're good. You got the only two people in all of tarot that have that golden scepter. Remember, that golden scepter creates abundance, wealth, and hello. It's all about abundance. You're good, Venus. Wait, I called you Venus. All right, I'm gonna start calling you Venus from the rest of the reading. Let's get to your stuff. Gemini, I'm excited for you. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. It really will. It actually, I love your comments, so that would be great. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, Gemini, that I do these readings a little bit in advance of when they run. So at this point, I should have opened my merchandise store so there's finally merchandise. If there's not, it's coming. All right. So I just have to say it because I don't know. But hey, there could be merchandise. Look, it would be right under my thing. But if you don't see it, it'll be next week. All right. Now, wow, look at this. This is gonna be a week. You are gonna be a week, and this is really crazy. So let's go ahead and get started. You got the Six of Wands. Six of Swords. All right. So this is all about moving forward. You see my finger on the water, the turbulent water. Look how crystal clear the sea is from that point forward. Okay. This is great. It's leaving it's leaving challenges, leaving even up here mentally. All right. Remember the swords of the mental suit. You already got the Nine of Swords in the heart of your spread. Now you got the Six of Swords, leaving all that, anything that's been challenging behind, leaving it back on shore. And if you still need to, do it. The swords that you don't need, leave them back on shore. Okay. This is a great card. This is moving forward. Remember, again, you have the Knight of Swords in the heart of your spread. In your future, you got the Lovers and the Empress. Now, you did get the Three of Swords. Three of Swords. It came in your external factors area. And so this isn't a bad thing. This is saying you're going to be motivated from something that is heartbreaking. And so remember what I said. It's almost like you're at this point in your life where you're like taking control, taking charge. I'm leaving all that stuff. I'm over it. I have a lot more self-love. That's what this is in your external factors area. There's moments of like heartbreak that that's been happening in your life. And now you're just coming out of that. You're releasing those moments of feeling like maybe you're not good enough, or maybe, things have just been really hard for you. That's what's influencing you to finally take charge and say, you know what? I deserve this. I deserve this. I've worked hard for this. That's all it is, okay? That's all it is, all right? And yeah, sure, it could be heartbreaking for you if it is a relationship. It could be heartbreaking for you if it is, let's say, you are moving, right? Hey, you lived in the same place for 10 years. That's your place. That's where all your memories are. You find a lot of comfort there. However, you met the love of your life, and now you're moving in with that person, and you're moving to another city or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, heartbreak isn't always a bad thing. It's just like, sure, we feel it, but the whole point is to take the swords out one by one. Okay, you see it's stormy and it's raining, but what is the saying? Like, when it rains, it pours. Sure, but when the rain's over, a rainbow comes out. Okay, so you're good. So the message I'm getting is that there's been moments that y'all have been going through where, and it can affect different areas of your life. Okay, but you're moving into this amazing place in your life. And if you want to clarify it, we'll clarify it. Yeah, see, you're good. You're good. You got the Three of Wands. Now, remember how I said the sun is in Leo right now? The sun is actually exalted in Aries, and this card is attributed to sun in Aries. This is a card of change, all right? I feel like you get this card a lot. But this is you're moving forward. This is someone who is ready to go explore, see what's out there, to make this big change in his life, all right? Make this big change. Now, I'm going to show you something here. You got the Empress, which I said earlier. Did I say it earlier? I don't know if I did. 3, it's all about creation. The Empress is pregnant. 3 is all about creation. It's a birth of new things, okay? This new thing that's happening in your life, all right? Followed by 3, and 3, you got 3, 3, 3. If you're into numerology. Now listen, 3 of Swords. 3 is also growth, advancement, development. So learning from this. So you never have to go through it again. And then that big change. Remember, creation. new. Okay, you're good. You got the Hermit. You're good. It's it's like you've done that soul searching this week. It's like you're going to be doing a lot more of it. All right, especially with the Two of Wands in your crown. But do you see what's happening here? You went from the Two of Wands to the Three of Wands. Like when I say your life is changing for the better. Your life has changed for the better. Now, you did get the Five of Wands in your final outcome. There could be a little bit of like, I think I say there was like that there was maybe like a tug of war in terms of this planning process, but it's showing up here too. Five is a challenge card. It's like a conflict card. In the Tree of Life, it's like severity, but this is the least severe. Look, it's kids. It's kids swinging their wands in the air. And so the biggest message that's coming through is that there could be some sort of like competitive something that comes up this week. Again, it can be just something that is during a Venus retrograde. It could be something that's like a competitive flair to it, if that makes like something where you maybe a little bit challenging, and it's just like amping you up to like like move forward and jump that fence, if that makes sense. It also is something like again, a lot of career energy is coming up, so it could be like there just could be some competition in the work environment, or not seeing eye to eye. But at the end of the day, if you think about the word competition, take it back to its Latin root. It's competere, okay? It actually meant to come together, all right? Now, I'm actually getting a message. A lot of this is like actually in your head. Like there's like, what is going on? Right? But again, it's not even coming up like that strong for me. And again, this is the least challenging of the challenging cards. It's just child's play, all right? So remember how I said Mars in Virgo and Mercury in Virgo in your fourth house. There could be some things with your children, if you have kids, where you're just like, no, we gotta, that could be a thing. Secondly, another message that's coming up is remember how I said like Sun in Leo is like identity. It's being your authentic self, but it's also ego. It's also like saying like keep your ego in check, because there is going to be some amazing things that's happening for you, but that's another thing. Like, not that I'm saying you have a big ego or you are going to have a big ego, but just don't do it to a point where it is like super fiery, right? But even still, this is just not, it's like a not worth your time card. And then we'll even clarify it. Yeah, you're going to be absolutely fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. And so now it being clarified with the Page of Pentacles, it's just very clear that a lot of it's just going to be here with you. With all these changes happening, and there's going to be like, what is going on? All right? Kind of like when kids are like, when they're playing, they're in that imaginative, like they think they're in Star Wars, like swinging their sticks, but it's gonna be you, like in your head, just like, whoa, what's happening? Like, what's going on? Like, things are good for me? Like, what? You got the Page of Pentacles, so something new is coming through. Okay, a lot of y'all are getting new jobs. A lot of y'all are getting like that wealth. I mean, like, remember, you got the King of Pentacles, okay? Page of Pentacles. He's in the royal court. He's the youngest in the royal court, but he eventually becomes the King of Pentacles. I mean, you're fine, but pages bring in that new energy, new opportunities, especially something that you can monetize on. So a lot of y'all may be like moving into a place where you are going into new career opportunity, but maybe even like a side hustle, but something that just brings that wealth into your life. Again, it doesn't have to be money related, but definitely something new. I want you to keep your ears peeled. Is that right? Ears peeled. Especially remember how I said Venus is conjuncting Mercury on the 27th. And then the 28th, Mercury going into Virgo. So there's a lot of activity with Mercury this week. And so communication. So you're going to get messages. Pages are the messengers. This is in your final outcome. Okay. So this could also be like, maybe you've been in an environment where you've been applying for jobs and that's competitive. You're not the only person sending in resume, right? But you win in the end. I mean, you're good. And Page of Pentacles is Taurus. You are, you're good. This is another long reading. Okay, so Gemini, you're good. There is going to be a moment where there's going to be a little bit of heartbreak, but it's almost like that's, again, fueling you. It's not even like new or something that's coming in. It's what you've been going through, and you're finally just saying, F it. And you're just like taking charge, and you found, like, Sun in Leo is courage. It's finding that courage, right? You have Uhtred, son of Uhtred, right? Destiny is all, and nothing's holding you back. Remember, the butterfly is very transformative energy. You pulled your own card, the lovers, relationships. This is work or career or self-love too, all right? With the Empress, it's bringing you all this abundance. A goddess here, ruled by Venus. And then 3, you have change coming. Big change, okay? You got the Page of Pentacles. You're good. You're absolutely good. Don't forget you have the King of Pentacles here. You're good. Gemini, I'm very excited for you, and I'm excited for your new change. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from y'all. And the other thing is, if you're a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Next week is when I do your August reading. It's a very different month from July. Things are slowing down a bit. But, we actually kick it off with the full moon in Aquarius. I'm going to talk about that. But thanks again for being here, Gemini. I'll let you go. All right. Thanks again. Bye-bye.